What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really don't know what is going on with brother Jimmy Butler. He's a fantastic basketball player. He's really respected around the league. He's a very masculine player, works really hard. Has been in the league for quite some time. Perennial all-star. He always impacts the teams that he's on. And even last year, I mean, he's age 34, but last year he had such an efficient year. I mean, shooting almost 54% from the field. That is amazing. Great player, great defensive player. Like I said, 6-time NBA all-star, doing his thing. However, the brother comes out with this particular emo style hairdo. Now, I don't know what it is about with, like I would say, people on the Heat, Miami, Dwayne Wade, he had that situation with his son, and he has this sort of, perm conch. It looks terrible. Okay. Media day last year, he had dookie braid weave. I don't know what that was. This year he looks, eye piercing. I don't know what it is about, right? But it does look very funny style, if you know what I'm saying. Again, I don't know if he's joking, but brother Tariq Nasheed has an interesting perspective on this. I want to play that clip and I'm going to come back.
See Jimmy Butler. He plays for the Heat. The basketball player for the Heat. He showed up. This dude showed up with a goddamn Dominican blowout. This dude had pierced lips, pierced nose, eyebrow piercing, and a goddamn Dominican fucking silk press. What happened to this dude? And he's going for a new look. I'm telling y'all, the buck breaking is real. Go to buckbreakingmovie.com. See, the white supremacists were very upset when I did the movie Buck Breaking because, we tapped into something that they've been doing for centuries. Family, I can't reiterate enough that buck breaking is real to emasculate big, muscular, athletic black men. That's been a practice in white supremacist society for a long time. I really want y'all to study the movie Buck Breaking. Go to buckbreakingmovie.com. That's a very heavy movie that y'all need to peep out. And we break down the history of this. That's so real. This is such a real thing, man. And there's always this ritualistic emasculization of a black man. I just saw our brother Usher. I love Usher. Usher was up here modeling a damn dress because they just announced Usher's going to be performing on the Super Bowl. That's the biggest stage in the world. And right after they announced that, he's taking pictures in a damn dress. They got to make sure that if we put your image out there for the entire world to see, we want the image of a black man to be out there with some dresses on. We got to make sure you got a couple of dresses on if your image is going to go out there. I wish our brother Usher did not do that. I wish he had not have done that. I really wish our brothers stop doing that bullshit. Stop letting these people put y'all in positions like that. You got enough paper. I know Usher, his show up in Vegas is phenomenal. Usher should be making $1 gazillion up there in Vegas. You don't really need the money to do all that stuff.
So guys, you heard what he had to say. Now, I want to just preface my opinion by asking you. I know some guys gonna say, well, Shay, that's Jimmy Butler. That's just what he does. Why are you guys trying to make it a black thing? All of that. Okay, fine. Let me ask you this, because the league has plenty of white players. The NBA is more international than ever. Where are the European players doing this? Where are the Caucasian American players doing this? Or some of the African brothers in the NBA doing this? I'm going to tell you, they don't exist. He mentioned Usher, who was wearing, a skirt the other day, after being announced he's performing for the Super Bowl. You see the same thing with Russell Westbrook. And I don't know what it is, right? These black men are out here looking so feminine. And again, this is what I hate to say this, but this is what the agenda is. You just don't see in these other places, Russian men, Polish men. And I'm going to tell you, I lived in Europe. As metrosexual, if you will, that as Europe can be, you know, guys are, you know, dressed very, you know, more modern, more professional, if you will, things like that, you know, can be more of a boyish look. You know, people in Europe in particular, I have never seen any European athletes look like this. Never. Not on the Polish World Cup teams or Polish qualifier teams, the Euro Cup. I don't even really watch soccer, but I've never seen it. I don't see it for Italy. You might see us on a fashion show, but that's different. This is fashion. We're talking about basketball. This guy is 6'7", 230, 40 pounds. And of course, people love it, right? People are thinking this is great. Yeah, of course they think it's great because they think that it's okay for a man to be out here looking like he wants to, and if I'm going to say it respectfully, possibly flirt with getting his cheeks clapped. That's amazing to some people. The fact that you want to be out there looking like your cheeks need to be almost clapped, oh, that's hilarious. That's great. But no man in the world that's in leading positions listen, they're going to have a problem with that. You go to any place in the world where there are top athletes that rule the world. I'm talking about competing people. Russia, China, they will never, and you damn sure know in the Arab world. Oh, no. No. You're not going to come out in Saudi Arabia, UAE. You're not going to represent them looking like a goddamn fool. But in black America, you know, America, hey, listen, the more stupid you look, the better. The more buffoonish you look, the better. The more idiotic you look, the better. That's the reality of it all. If you can look quite stupid, it doesn't matter. You can make yourself look stupid. You can make your people look stupid. You can make your gender and your race look stupid. But as long as they look stupid, that is all that matters. And we need to understand that for some of these, you know, people that are growing up, that are going to be men, and they're not coming up with fathers, you know, where's their masculinity going to come from? It's going to come from athletes. And when I was in the 90s, listen, you know, we had Clyde Drexler, there was Jordan, there was Pippen, there was Barkley. You know, even Magic Johnson, he wasn't the most, you know, manly guy in the world, but it was Magic, you know. Toward the end of his Kareem, I got to see that. Grant Hill. And we got to see it from guys who were, like I said, clean cut good guys. Grant Hill, Allen Houston, you know, those kind of guys, you know. Guys who were not even, like Allen Iverson kind of thugging it out a little bit. But you wouldn't see, this kind of stuff didn't happen. And this is why I'm telling you, why a lot of guys are like looking at the system as it is, and like, look, I got to get my kids out of America. And I will say this, as many times I have complained about living in East Africa, in Uganda, and as many problems as this place has, I never have to worry when I go outside, like there is an agenda against somebody's masculinity. I have never even thought about, like, people who are supposed to be men or men, women or women, they dress like that. You see, ain't nobody flicking their hair like they're a lady, okay? And the reason why I have such an issue with that, because the black community, all right, when white folks get the sniffles, black people get the flu. So when you already have a broken environment, and you're trying to confuse, you know, in my opinion, what he's doing, which I don't know why he's doing that. Don't have a problem with nobody being gay or whatever, but, you know, now you have guys thinking that this is okay, but what happens is people are not going to respect you. A lot of the folks that are cheering him on are laughing at him at the same time. See the black guy over there looking like that? That's crazy, right? Yeah, that guy. This is what I'm talking about. So, guys, we think it's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again with an episode of Celebrity Junk. I appreciate it for all you do. Skirt a bill. We're out.